blades. Hopefully they work. They better work for $50. Tell you that right now. It's these scrub type of wiper blades that supposedly scrub. So far they're better than my last one, so I can tell you that. They're not streaking, so as you guys can imagine, when stuff streaks and don't work as they're supposed to, it's really hard to live stream through your windshield. So yeah. All right. So my plan was to follow the storms there coming up to Ardmore. However, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm actually going to go over towards like Durant, maybe Milburn. Only problem, I don't know how much of a... Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get in position of the storms to my west. They're still rotating, and the ones that I was going to go here near Ardmore that I was going to go follow, well, they're not doing a whole lot. So alright, let's see here. I'm actually going to type in Caney. Is it Caney? Yeah, Caney, Oklahoma. Alright, let's see here. Alright.
Exit the parking lot toward US 77 South.
Thankfully, Caney's not super far, but I should be there in about an hour or less. As soon as I get situated, I will be on the road that way. Again, I did connect my social media feeds, but if it goes off for any reason and I don't come back on the socials, it's because it was affecting my connection. So
your route may be affected by tornado watch.
My most important connections is to Weatherwise and LivestormChasing.com. That's where it keeps most people safe. The social media feeds are just for extra content. So it starts getting affected again, starts affecting my coverage, my cell coverage, then make sure you download the Weatherwise app. So if the feed fails on YouTube or any of that and I turn it off, then that way you can go straight to Weatherwise, find a picture of my glorious, lovely face, and click on it, and you can watch me through the Weatherwise app. Good possibility I'll be on Ryan Hall, and Max Velocity and other media people, so you can also watch that way. I was on quite a few of them for several hours today, and if I can get in position of this and it still looks the way it does, then good chance I'll be back on there. So anyways, I'm going to mute this stream for a moment until I get in position of the storms, and actually I will be on between now and then to give updates. So again, thanks for watching. Go follow me, like, share, subscribe at Woodall Weather, or search Storm Chaser Taylor Woodall, and make sure you share with your family. Thank you all for watching. I'll be back on soon. by the way, I meant to bring this up as well. If you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you need to be taking this very, very seriously down there. This is a very destructive storm that's about to move through Fort Worth. Do not go outside, try to look at it, do all that nonsense. It's best for you just to be safe, and if you can, get underground. That is your best bet. It's moving directly into Fort Worth. If we end up hearing a lot of damages, God forbid, and Lord Jesus, I pray for the people in the path in Fort Worth and the path of any of these storms. Lord, keep them safe, keep me and all the chasers safe. And I just thank you for your angels over us and protect us, keeping all of them protected, just like you did lives or anything like that. Thank you, Father God, in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So had to say that quick prayer again. If you're in the path, if you can get underground, do it. It is a nasty looking storm. It's going to hit Fort Worth head on. If there is damages, and I hear reports of damages, I will likely go to the Fort Worth area this evening to help with search and rescue. Not super far. I will likely go and film the damages as well as help any way I can. So reach out to me on direct message through Facebook Messenger at Storm Chaser Taylor Woodall. If you see any damages or if you need help, just reach out to me, and I'll do what I can if I'm able. I'll be back on here pretty soon. Thank you, guys. Alright, so again, if you're just tuning in, I actually just turned around. I'm going to head actually across the Red River down into Texas, so I can get in position just in case there is damage, God forbid. Just in case there is some damage there in Fort Worth, I can be in that area. Plus, there's a supercell just to the north of that really strong one. That looks like it's trying to become a supercell, and it'll go towards Denton. Plus, I'm still watching these down near Gainesville and all that. So I'm going to get in that position. These storms that are in the area where I originally was going to go, they don't look as strong. I say that and they'll probably ramp back up just like earlier, but the ones here in Oklahoma don't look as strong. So anyways, I'm going to go south towards the Red River, and I will be back on with the update soon. of pop-up storms right here. Still keeping an eye on Fort Worth as of right now. Looking at the model, looks like these storms that I'm under right now with Gainesville and everything, looks like they may try to strengthen between Gainesville and Sherman. So I think when I get to Sherman or to Gainesville, I might take the highway over to Sherman and just kind of sit and watch, unless I start getting reports of significant problems in Fort Worth. If there is significant problems, I will go help with the search and rescue and go get some footage and go help any way I can. But just kind of, it's going to be a wait and see. Well, as I say that, it looks like it's trying to get a new hook on it. The storm in Fort Worth, it's trying to take a nice big breath and get some inflow. So if you live, it's going to be to the west and southwest of Fort Worth, though. So if you're in Benbrook, or you have anybody that you know in Benbrook, you probably want to take shelter, possible for this thing to possibly wrap up again and produce a tornado. Definitely get some really strong winds. Just to cover a pretty significant situation also in Arkansas, there is a PDS, or particularly dangerous situation, tornado warning in Nashville, Arkansas right now. So know anybody, I'm not sure exactly, I know that's obviously western Arkansas. I don't know exactly, never been there, but if you have anybody in that path of that storm, you might want to call them as well. That's significant. The PDS tornado warning is the second highest level you can get. So you get a radar indicated tornado warning, which means that the radar is showing strong enough low level rotation to produce a tornado. And then you get a confirmed tornado warning, which means chasers or spotters or emergency management, anybody has visually seen a tornado on the ground. Then you get a PDS tornado warning, which means it's a dangerous situation and it could cause really bad property damage or deaths. Then you get a tornado emergency, which is what's used for tornadoes like Enid 2 days ago. Tornado emergency is usually EF3 or stronger tornado. Enid's case was EF4, and it's about to hit a town or a highly populated area. That and a tornado emergency just means that catastrophic threat to life and property. So anyways, that's the tornado levels, in case anybody didn't know. So this storm just to my south, I'm in coming into Thackerville, about to cross the Red River. But the storm near Gainesville, just to the northwest, is looking interesting. So I'm going to sit between Gainesville and Sherman, see if they can see what they're going to do, and then after that. to guess I'm still in Oklahoma. Haven't crossed into Texas. How rough and this road is, and there being construction. We love that here in Oklahoma. We're known, not the Sooner State, we're the construction state. I'm allowed to say that. I've been here my entire life, so.
just now started raining. Good grief. Lots of ponding already. The semi. Across that semi right there. It was throwing water on everyone. Right about to get some hail. Yep. Right into
tuning in. I'm in Gaines, Texas. The weather model shows these storms that I just went under kind of strengthening, and it's in a favorable environment, so I'm just going to follow it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go out tomorrow, so might as well make do and try to do as much as I can. I'm kind of waiting in this area to see what happens, and I'm also waiting to hear if there's damage in the Fort Worth area. If I need to go help with any disaster help or damage, go down there and help or film the area. Hopefully, I think we received a miracle. I think we got some answered prayers. It looks like the storm actually weakened somewhat as it hit Fort Worth head on. It has regained strength though, unfortunately, now that it's south of Fort Worth. But again, just very thankful.
In half a mile, turn right onto US 82 East Summit Avenue.
Very thankful that it kind of dissipated, because it could have been really bad if it would have hit Fort Worth head on like it was. It had some incredible velocity numbers, some 100-mile-an-hour winds or more, and then it also had a tornado on top of that. So thankfully it looks like it weakened, and Fort Worth and the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex was hopefully spared. So heck, I feel like I'm in Oklahoma. I forgot Texas had quick trips.
Turn right onto US 82 East Summit Avenue.
So I'm heading towards the Sherman area. Gonna chase for a little while longer, get some updates, and then we'll update here in just a few. It does look like the tornado watch has been allowed to expire, so that's good news here in there in Oklahoma. So guessing they see a weakening trend, which also it looks like another reason they would have canceled it is because it's just the extreme southern counties are where the storms are left, and they're going to be moving out of the state within the next hour. So makes sense. They did extend the tornado watch in northeast, north central Texas, including Dallas and Fort Worth. It's going for another almost 6 hours, so they extended that watch. So motorcycle behind me, and he's getting rained on. I don't think he intentionally meant to do that. You guys, I don't know if y'all can see that, but a motorcycle. So I ride as well, and ain't no way in heck I'd be out here right now. But some people, it's just surprising. Some diehards. Unless it's maybe it's a police officer, but. Alright, so here's my plan. I haven't heard anything about damages. Plus, even if there was, don't know how. Not sure how well I'm going to be able to get into the Fort Worth area. Unless I get a call saying, "Hey, there needs, search and rescue and stuff like that," then I'm probably going to avoid that area. So I'm going to go towards the Hugo, Oklahoma area. Those storms that have hit that area, that are still in that area, now show another hook forming. So kind of curious if that storm, as it moves towards the Hugo and the Red River area, if it's going to ramp back up again and produce another tornado. Kind of similar to the storms out in western Arkansas. Similar to that. So I'm going to go and try to get in near Paris or Hugo, and then if there's nothing that happens with those, I can go straight up the turnpike back to Tulsa. So I will keep y'all updated. storms near me back up. So that storm just back to my west near Thackerville has a massive hail core on it and is trying to rotate. So what to do, what to do. I think I'm gonna go get in position of it. So I'm an hour and 30 minutes from Hugo anyways. Those storms may be long gone. They're not moving very fast, but they may be long gone by then. So I'm gonna, yeah, I mean, it's 80 damn degrees here still. That's insane. And it's raining. So we are definitely in the warm sector. We are definitely near the warm front. That's crazy. Pretty surprised, actually. Heading back towards Thackerville.
At the next stop sign, turn left.
Thank God for GPS. I would not be able to be a storm chase, especially by myself, if I did not have GPS, as much as I turn around and backtrack. Thackerville.
Continue on US 82 west for 11 miles. Your route may be affected by tornado watch.
Alright, so it definitely is trying to rotate just to the west of Thackerville. And it's got a pretty good hail core, so I think I'm just going to follow these, see if they can do anything, and if they don't, I'm going to head home after that. So, not only that, it's not as jungly here as the area I was going to go to. But as the slogan goes, never stop chasing. So I'm sure my wife, poor wife, probably feels like I never stop chasing. It's been a very active, I mean, it's normal for this time of year, but it's been a little above average here the last several weeks. We haven't even hit May yet either. So my guess is, obviously, this area in Oklahoma, Kansas, May is the peak. So we'll see if it is this year or not. Maybe it'll die down and summer will be early. But who knows? sure that's a severe thunderstorm warning for these storms coming up towards me. That one, like I said, is rotating. A couple of these are.
National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Wise County in north central Texas, southwestern Benton County in north central Texas, northeastern Parker County in north central Texas, northern Tarrant County in north central Texas until 12:15 a.m. Central Daylight Time. At 11:29 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located over Briar, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, ping pong ball size hail and 60 miles per hour with gusts. Source, radar indicated. Impact, people and severe thunderstorm include Westlake, Newark, Highland Edition, Keeter.
That Longhorn fuel. Sorry to anybody that's a Longhorn fan watching my stream, but I'd rather Flintstone it than get fuel there as a Sooner. By God. Yeah, not to offend any of my people watching, any of my followers that are Texas fans. It's just, you know how the rivalry is. It's just poking fun. St. Joe, Texas.
Continue on US 82 West for 25 miles. Your route may be affected by tornado watch.
multiple injuries are being reported and at least one death, according to Ryan Hall, y'all. He just reported that on his channel down in Texas, I believe, from that really, really bad storm that came through Fort Worth. So, you guys, like he said, also you can get on the WeatherWise app and look at the tornado track. But he just used the word mass casualty event. So, Lord be with them. Near Springtown, Texas. Mobile home park. Man, it's always mobile home parks, unfortunately. Man, they need to start putting, in my opinion, making it a requirement in all states to have a public tornado shelter at any mobile home park or any RV park, any of those. You just cannot stay. You can't do that with tornadoes. You can't do it with straight line winds. It's just very dangerous. So they gotta start doing that. It's heartbreaking. My thoughts and prayers definitely go out to anybody affected by today's storm or any storm. But to hear that there's been deaths just breaks my heart. A storm chaser would never like to hear that. That's why we spend so many hours. I've been doing this now since 2:30, 3 o'clock. I've been live streaming nonstop. So put a lot of time and effort into it to try to prevent the best that we can, prevent people from being injured, and definitely do our best to prevent people from dying from these storms. It's just heartbreaking. So again, my prayers go out to those people. In this storm that I'm on, just a little update. The cell that's popped up is definitely strengthened. It's over St. Joe, Texas. Looks like it's going to be moving east or southeast. It's probably going to become severe thunderstorm warnings pretty soon, I would imagine. It's got a pretty decent hail core on it, and it's showing some signs of rotating again. And there's a reason why there's a tornado watch for these counties for 5.5, 6 more hours. So these storms can definitely still rotate. And again, I'm right underneath this front, so it could spin up at any moment with this warm front here. It's almost 80 degrees at midnight in April. That's insane, especially with the rain-cooled air we've had in this area. It'd be even warmer probably. So definitely want to keep an eye on these storms. Probably see I'm getting pretty close to it, so I should be in position to get a good eye on it, see if there's a base or a lowering pretty soon. Then I'm going to follow it until it fizzles out. probably going to get a good lightning show out of this. Whoa, what do we got right in front of me? What's going on right here? Got some rotation showing up on radar. The town of, looks like Munster, Texas. Just back to the west, maybe slightly northwest of Munster, Texas. There's some area of rotation starting to show up. So I should be able to see the base pretty soon. This part of Texas has got quite a bit of trees and hills as well. So. Be able to get a good view, so. Alright guys, I am currently going live just to going live real quick to tell y'all you can go and watch my live stream through the WeatherWise app. Some lightning going on here, but anyways, you can watch my live stream through the free WeatherWise app, also on Ryan Hall and other media entities. I'm currently in Northeast Texas. I'm only going live on here right now, trying to get them to unlock my live features so it can automatically go live. But here's where I'm at. Again, free WeatherWise app. You can follow me live. I won't be on here very long, but anyways, I'm near Munster, Texas, trying to make sure things don't go out of hand. So, I'm getting quite a lightning show right now. As you can see, I'm currently live right now on my other social platforms. But let's see if y'all can see this over here. This lightning is pretty amazing. From the storm to my east. Sorry, it's a backup phone that I have. It sucks. So. Rotating sideways. Never went live with TikTok. At least not very often. So I'm just doing this while I'm sitting here waiting on everything. So again, I won't be on here long. If you want to continue my live stream, go to the WeatherWise app, download it, and look for Taylor Woodall in there. You can also watch it through YouTube and all my socials. So if you guys can go like, subscribe, share it. I will be live anytime tornadoes threaten, usually across Oklahoma, sometimes in Texas. But let's see. Ooh. This lightning's pretty amazing. It is starting to rotate a little bit. I mean, it's very broad, but so I'm keeping an eye on it. So again, if you're just joining, I am in Northeast Texas, right near the Red River in Thackerville and Gainesville. So that's my position. Currently live streaming these. I've been live streaming since about 3 o'clock today, covering all the storms across Oklahoma. that storm off to my east. It's a pretty neat light in here. Sorry, I had to momentarily end my live stream there, but anyways, I'm currently in North Texas, near Gainesville, near the town of Munster, and I'm watching this cell that's strengthened here. Keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't try to produce any tornadoes. This area is under a tornado watch until let's see, what time is it in? For another 5 hours, so till about 5 a.m. So any storm that forms in this area can definitely produce tornadoes. So I'm gonna keep an eye on this little area. I'm not going to be live very long here on TikTok again. I usually just stream on the free WeatherWise app. I'm with WeatherWise, Live Storms Media. And you can view my content a lot of times on Ryan Hall, y'all, Max Velocity, all of those popular streamers, and national media like Weather Channel and others, NBC. So anyways, if the live goes away here, go to the free WeatherWise app, download it, and look for my name under. Make sure you have Storm Chasers check next to it, and then you'll see me. Actually, I can try to pull it up real fast. Let's see here. I'll show you guys how to do it. So this is the WeatherWise app, okay? You're gonna first, when you download it, go here, click on it, see, go to Storm Chasers. If there isn't a check next to it, make sure you just click it, make sure there's a check next to it. You can either do that and then look on the map. You'll see a picture of my face right there. Or you can go up again to this little yellow icon and click the 3 lines right there. And then you can look at all the different ones that are currently live. So anyways, it's a free app, best weather app out there. I'm not just saying that because I'm featured with them, but it really is the best one. All of the features you get for free are just awesome. This is the same app that Ryan Hall, y'all, uses. So I'm sure I have people watching the live that are fans of them. So again, whenever I end the live, go that way and you can continue watching it. So there's my stream that I'm currently live on. He's gone somewhere in a hurry. Try to see if I can get you guys zoomed in to this storm off in the distance. It's really neat, the lightning on it. It's off to my east. Again, if you live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, hearing reports of a mass injury and possibly several casualties from that really powerful storm that went through the Fort Worth area. I think it was Spring Hill, Texas. It hit, unfortunately, a mobile home park. So I think there's some possible fatalities there. So I pray, my thoughts and prayers are to anybody that is dealing with these storms today, and I just pray that you guys are protected from them and that there's no more injuries or destruction. But that's why I'm out here and why all of us chasers are out here, to try to keep you guys informed and try to prevent that from happening the best we can, and at least tell you guys if it's coming your way. Looking down, that storm right now is over Arlington. That very strong. There's another one with some really large hail, and it's trying to get its act together again over Eagle Mountain, Texas, Pelican Bay, and Saginaw. And then again, I'm north quite a bit of that, closer to the Oklahoma border. Watching this storm here at, I guess it's pronounced Munster, Texas. So let's see if it will do anything. And then again, I'm not going to stay on here much longer on TikTok. Just trying to get my live unlocked to where I can restream like all my other social medias. Kind of a pain having to have two separate things going. And again, those of you watching through the WeatherWise app on my other streams right now, I am talking to a different device to people watching on TikTok at the moment. So I'm sure you guys caught that. quick look again. This is my current location near Munster, Texas, just south of Thackerville, Oklahoma. Some very weak rotation showing up. I mean, got a tad bit, but I'm just trying to make sure this back end right here doesn't get crazy. It is 12 o'clock Central Time, and you can see the temperature still. I'm in the warm sector, so these storms can definitely go crazy. Unfortunately, it's still 75 degrees in April here, so that's pretty amazing, and it's very humid. Here's the storms down in the Alright, sorry for all that background noise you guys heard. Trying to get my TikTok, their dumb rules on TikTok. Trying to get them to where they'll unlock it to where I can put it on my restream with my other socials. So, figured that was a good point when I'm just sitting here. So again, near Munster, Texas, just trying to make sure these aren't going to rotate. We are right at the right underneath the front, so these storms could definitely rotate. They got plenty of fuel. It's 75 degrees right now still at midnight, 12 o'clock at night. It's insane. So I'm gonna go back east, try to get a better view of this real quick. I think it's just about to start hailing on me again. Yeah. Or so, yeah, go back east. Definitely going to have a very good view if it does decide to do anything, because right under it, right under the core. Here comes the hail. Gotta love it. Hopefully it's not giant. frenzy right behind me. I mean, there's some giant hail about to come down currently. I would not be surprised if there's not a severe thunderstorm warning issue for this at the very least pretty soon. So we shall see on that. Lightning's picking up as well, so the storm's strengthening. Again, this area is under tornado watch until like 5 a.m., so don't be surprised if one of these storms along here don't wrap up. Unfortunately. I know it's been a long day for everyone. bit of a hook trying to form on this supercell or this cell. I don't know if I call it supercell yet, but it's trying to be a supercell. It's still a wee little lad, but it's trying to mature and grow up. It's about to hit Gainesville head on. Hail. Really surprised it's not severe thunderstorm warned yet, at the very least, but have been live streaming. For those of you that have been watching me, you probably know I've been live streaming since about 3 o'clock today. And I'm currently in northeast Texas. I'm heading towards Sherman, and then I'm beginning my trek home to the Tulsa area. So I probably won't be there till 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. So I'm probably going to end the chase as far as, when I say end the chase, I mean I'm going to probably keep my live stream going for a little while. But I'm thinking that this storm that I've been following, they haven't even issued a severe thunderstorm warning on it. It looks like it's fizzling out. It looks like it's probably getting undercut by those massive cells going over Dallas-Fort Worth area. There is some storms popping up just south of Ardmore. But I don't think it's going to do a whole lot. There's not a tornado watch there. I don't think they're expecting a ton there anymore. So probably going to start my way home. Got to do some video editing, all that, and then family day tomorrow. I don't know for sure if I'm going to be out tomorrow. I don't think so, but actually, I think I'm going to take a different... I think I'm going to take Medill. That way I'm in front of those supercells that are... Again, everyone, thank you for always watching and support me on social media, trying to get that built up, and obviously supporting me on is this the right way? I can't even... Being patient whenever my stream connection goes in and out. I know it's frustrating. It's definitely frustrating for me, but I'll be getting a Starlink or something pretty soon. I think I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and do that. So yeah. stop sign. Oh, I see it. Alright, again, if you've stuck around this long, it's super early in the morning. It's 1:30 a.m. Central Daylight Time. If you've stuck around this long, I truly appreciate it. And even if you didn't stick around very long, I appreciate it. Again, go to @Woodall Weather on all social media accounts. Please like, subscribe, share my page. Help build my platforms. They're fairly new. I've been chasing for almost 20 years, but I have neglected all of those pages. So if you could go to them, subscribe, that way I can help keep you and your family safe. Share them to your family members. And of course, share them on the WeatherWise app. I'm going to give a special thanks to Ryan Hall, y'all, and Max Velocity, anybody else that may have carried my stream today. It's greatly appreciated. I've been live now for pretty much the same amount of time Ryan has. Since about 3 o'clock today, covering storms. I've drove hundreds and hundreds of miles. So I'm currently just coming into Ardmore, Oklahoma, and I am making my way back to my hometown in the just north of Tulsa. So I got a ways to go. I'm going to keep the stream running just in case. There is a couple of little storms that I'm about to come into contact with shortly. They don't look too bad. They look a lot weaker than what they did just 10 minutes ago. So anyways, I'm going to keep it running for quite a ways. As I get a little bit closer to the Tulsa area, I'll end the stream. And again, I will post on the days I'm going to go out. And I try to go out anytime there's a tornado threat across Oklahoma, or sometimes, like tonight, northern Texas or into Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, wherever it's needed. So I love what I do. And again, thank you, everyone. And I will come on here when I'm about to end the stream. So thanks for watching. few. I might just see here in a few. I might go ahead and end the stream. Actually, I might as well just go ahead and keep it going for a while longer. It won't hurt nothing. There's a storm, interestingly enough, just south of Lindsay, moving up to Purcell. But, I mean, it may have some hail and some heavy rain, but I don't think it's going to have anything else there, so keep an eye on it. So I will be ending my live stream on my social media accounts. Not a lot going on. I don't expect a lot. I'm going to keep the WeatherWise app stream going and live storm chasing. So any of you that want to keep following along as I make my trek back towards Tulsa area, you can do so through the free WeatherWise app or livestormchasing.com. But as far as my socials go, I'm in and out. Thank you all for watching throughout the day and